Viking oven repair in Manhattan, New York. The thermostat stem was broken, need to be replaced. This electric Viking oven, this thermostat is way easier to replace than the Viking gas range thermostats, which is way more labor intensive. This repair here is the same amount in profits, but with a fraction of the time put in to do the repair. Now, how I do this repair is I remove all of the knobs and I always put them in order on the counter just to make sure I don't have to think about where they go, even though it's intuitive. To replace the thermostat on this Viking range, it's super easy. As I said before, you're going to see 4 screws, 2 on the left in the photo, as you see. Then you're going to see those same 2 all the way to the right. You're going to remove all 4 of those screws simply and easily. After removing those 4 screws on this Viking range, pay attention to where I'm removing the next screws, because you don't have to remove every screw you see on the front plate to remove this front plate and get access to the thermostat. So you're going to remove the one on the right side, the second to the one on the right side, that bottom screw. And then you're going to do the same thing on the left side. Any other screw you see there, do not remove it. You could if you want, but you're just adding extra work for yourself. Just follow the instructions. After removing those 4 screws and the additional 2 screws, as I showed you in the video, the front plate should drop as long as you put a little bit of pressure to pull it out, or it just may drop forward. Now it's going to hang there. On the right and left side of it, it has like a little area where you can lock it in so it just doesn't fall on the floor. You'll be able to see it when you look. But this is the full access to all the switches in the front. But right now we're just dealing with the thermostat switch. This is a super easy repair. Super easy. Easy money. You could make anywhere from $400 to $800 just for this 15-minute or less repair. Why is it so expensive? It's not about the amount of time. We all know it's about the brand Viking, in addition to the area you live in. But really, it's about the brand. It's a $5,000 stove minimum. And why would you perform high-end repairs and get paid as if you're a lower-end repair technician? It won't make sense. So it's better to work on high-end if you have the ability to. There's nothing wrong with a lower-end or generic general brands. There's money in everything. But you can make a lot more money with less effort. If it's possible for you, go for it. But yeah, here you go. The thermostat is exposed. There's just a few wires that you're going to swap out, and it's intuitive at that point. There's no further instruction needed. This Viking range is an older range, I believe over 10 years old. So some upgraded parts may have a slight alteration, like this one, for instance. They give you these 2 wire connectors with a harness. It's very easy to install, as you see in the photo. Just put that harness in and you're all good to go. After installing the easy thermostat, just put your knobs back in place, and screw everything correctly, and you'll be testing the functions, which I don't need to explain at this point. So we replaced this thermostat on this Viking range. Now remember, most of the times when the stem breaks, it'll break off into the existing knob. Now, if this happens, you have to get that stem out, because even a Viking knob itself is expensive. Getting the stem out it's not hard. All you're gonna do is basically bang it onto a floor or between two things. So like that, the stem could start coming forward. As it comes forward, you'll be able to grip it with like a needle nose or something small that can fit around it. You just pull it out easy like that. Or else you'll have to replace that knob, and it's a Viking range knob, so those are expensive even if it's just a plastic part. Thermostat Viking range replacement. Here goes the end result. I am now testing the broil function and then the bake, which is fast, quick test. And we're all good to go here. Viking range, electric range in Manhattan, New York City. Manhattan, New York City, where all the money is at. Done repair.